Long time no talk. We had a really wet winter, and I have not been flying for about 10 months. But I've been designing and having my team pilots test out some new stuff. And what I have to introduce to you today is the Sparky Race Pod, and this is heavily designed input from SparkyMJ, Quadristeria team pilot. He's a very fast pilot, finished 7th at Multi-GP Nationals last year. And I have to say, I've never flown a pod until I took it out for its maiden, for my FPV maiden today. And it definitely flies quite a bit different than, say, the Rush 5, the more of an H style quad, but it's the Rush 5 is also a pure X, but the weight distribution is different in that I think the Rush 5 is a little bit more well suited for freestyle. It has that heavier weight, put the battery on top, it goes down the body, whereas the Sparky Pod, this is very light, super light. We're using titanium screws and hardware here, aluminum here at the top. But Michael, who's AKA SparkyMJ, he's flown a lot of pods and he's really into the racing. But the pods that he's flown have never run the stack right up through the main screws of the frame. So that was the goal of this pod, was to reduce that wind cross section tremendously, which I think we definitely achieved. Keep the arms real narrow, use these motor guards instead of having a lot of extra carbon fiber out on the edges. And I'm selling this bundle with the Brother Hobby 2206 2400 kV motors and the 5051 triple crane style props, and it flew awesome. I took it out for its FPV maiden. For me, it was the FPV maiden today. And this pod style, getting back to the flight characteristics, it really does feel like it flies on rails. I say that because I think that the weight distribution is so centralized that everything is very axial on the roll and the pitch. So you're not kind of sliding out like you want to have happen, say, in freestyle. Part of that is also, weight. It's so light that, it's not going to go too far. So you can really make nice axial turns and quick, snappy comebacks in opposite direction. So I've got a little bit of DVR footage from my flight I'll show you at the end. So I built it as I sell the bundle, the same parts, these Brother Hobby motors. Fantastic motors. They have the state-of-the-art specs and a Betaflight flight controller with the OSD, TBS Unify HV Race, and I replaced the UFL connector that has the SMA on the other end. I used the Furious FPV UFL connector, put it directly on there. Makes it really compact. This is a HS1177 camera. It fits in there nice. There's also a camera plate that you can use for like a tiny CMOS camera. That's something that Sparky likes to use. I prefer the CCD camera. And it's really a compact, and these are the Sunrise Cicada 30 amp ESCs. Very compact. The kit comes with 20 nylon nuts to use as standoff. So the way I built mine was I put 3 layers on the bottom so that I could put that's a Free Sky X4R SB receiver on the bottom. So I've got my receiver on the bottom, and then the strap goes underneath it, the battery strap. And then immediately above that is the Betaflight flight controller, and then there's the top plate, and then there's the TBS Unify and the camera. But look at how compact that is. Hope you like it, guys. If you're into racing and looking for something that turns on a dime and feels connected to your thumbs, this is definitely highly recommended. And hope to see you out flying. One more thing that I wanted to mention that I forgot was that my flight was 100% stock Betaflight PIDs and Expo. I didn't change any of that. I think the P's might need to be lowered just a tiny bit. I sensed a tiny bit of high oscillation. I heard it. I didn't see it, but I heard it. And other than that, it was awesome. The motors came down cold. The ESCs came down cold. My battery came down hot. The other thing I wanted to mention is I did go ahead and put the soft silicone O-ring isolation on top and bottom of the flight controller. And then the kit comes with these motor guards, which also give you a little soft isolation underneath the motor as well. So there's a couple of features I wanted to mention.